So welcome back to part number 3 of the budget track bike build. And if you couldn't tell already, we have some lovely painted fairings on the ZX9. I've gone for black with white graphics, and that includes the tail, the mid and the under tray, and then the front and top piece. Might not be to your taste, but yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Something different, you know. All 100% custom done by me, so that's the graphics, and then all the paintwork, all done by yours truly. And that's kind of it for now with bodywork. You'll see that it is obviously black and blue, so this is blue, the front piece, the little mudguard, that's blue, and then obviously the wheels are blue as well. I am thinking to paint the tank, then the front piece, and then the rear hugger as well, in the same style, maybe a little bit toned down, just to give it, you know, a bit of space, so it's not too, you know, full and patchworky all over. Then I'm thinking to do the wheels white. I wanted to do them black, but that's probably too much black, so yeah, white wheels to match the white graphics. I think that'll look pretty cool. Then they will need tyres as well, so I plan to get them powder coated, new bearings, new tyres, and then they'll be ready to go on. Not sure when I'm going to do that, because that's probably like £500 just right there on the wheels and the tyres. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So you might notice a couple little boxes down the front, and that is everything that I'm going to be putting on the bike today. So I'll give you a little showcase of what we've got going on. Okay, first and most importantly, we have got a lovely Dominator exhaust. This was £200 including the import tax thing. But I think this is going on first, and then with that, I've got just a cheapy eBay hanger, so I can do away with that footrest one as well. Going to be doing this first. This was about £18. Then K&N air filter, pretty standard. You know, this is the lifelong cleanable one. Pretty sure the one that's in there is going to be full of gunk because the air boxes were all, you know, had loads of crap in it. So when the tank comes off for paint, that's when I'll be doing this, the quick shifter, and then the gear indicator as well. So yeah, not doing that today. Then in here, I've got 2 screens because I couldn't make up my mind, so I thought I'll get them both. I've got a tinted one, and then I'm not going to get it out fully, but there's a clear as well. Then we've got some tank grips. These are ones you custom cut because couldn't find any for the ZX9 that were good quality. Also got some rim stickers, but I don't know if I'm going to use these because I asked for white. They sent silver, and then I've kind of changed my mind and wanted to do black wheels as well, so we'll see. Domino grips, we have gone for grey. Could have done white, could have done black, but I also got a quick release cap that is grey as well, so wanted that to match as well. Then I got some black shorty levers, and then there's a gear indicator. Pretty sure I got green for Kawasaki. Can't actually remember. Yeah, it's got a little green dot. Then this box has some Warrior lever guards. These were nice. I noticed I've not been saying prices. I'll put them on screen. Yeah, Warrior lever guards, £15. Really nice. Adjustable as well. Some little black bobbins. Nothing too exciting. And then the rear set. So I can do GP shift just in black. And that is everything. So that is everything that is going to be going on today/tomorrow. It's about 4 o'clock. It's getting dark, but I'm itching to get the exhaust on. So exhaust goes on today. Then the rest will go on tomorrow when I got some daylight. But yeah, minus the air filter and the gear indicator, basically everything's going on. Bits left that I'm yet to purchase are the quick shifter, which is about £250, and then a set of tyres, £350, more paint, probably about £100, and then the wheel powder coat is about £150 a pair, and then I need some new bearings as well. So yeah, very skint right now, but yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, so it is the next day, and I've got the exhaust on. Also put the windscreen on. Wait for the clear one. It looks a bit better. I think I'm going to put some vinyl here, just so you can't see all the rubbish behind the clocks. But yeah, the exhaust took way too long to put on because on the old bolt-on exhaust, there was a nut that was ridiculously rusted, so Had to get the angle grinder out for that one. But yeah, it's on. Got the exhaust hanger on as well. But yeah, most important thing is how does it sound? So let's start it up. It's got a nice deep rumble on this exhaust. Also got the baffle on it in case it's too loud for the track. Much better. Yeah, it's got a nice little pop as well after you rev it, so this thing should sound really nice going around the track. Might need a baffle though. I'm pretty cursed when it comes to dB tests, so I will probably have to have the baffle in, knowing my luck. But yeah, first one it will go to is Brands Indy. I think that's 102 dB. Not sure what they'll get me to rev it at. They usually get the thousands to 5,500 revs. This being a 900, hopefully I'll squeak by to 5.5. Maybe they say 6. The thing is, they won't know what it is, so hopefully they don't assume it's like a ZX6 and, you know, make me rev it higher. Hopefully they do ask, and then I can rev it a bit lower and hopefully pass without a baffle. So yeah, what's next? I'm probably going to do the grips, the levers and the bar ends, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I have just finished the levers, the lever guards, the grips, the quick release tank and the bobbins as well. Looks really smart, I must say. Quite glad I went with the grey because it breaks up, you know, all the black. Same with the quick release fuel tank. I've got my little DJI Action 6, so I can give you a closer view. So we've got the grey domino grips, very nice. We got these off-brand adjustable levers. Probably the easiest install I've done on a set of levers. They fit perfectly. Then we've got the Warrior lever guards, which I've adjusted a little bit, but they are nice and solid. So yeah, it gives a nice little setup there. You know, you can, yeah, probably two-fingering on those levers. Same on the other side, you know, nice and tight setup. From the point of view, there you go, that's what it looks like. Then we've got the quick release tank, really nice, good quality. Yeah, nothing bad to say about that. For 18 quid, it's lovely. And yeah, got the grey cap to kind of break it up and matches the dominoes. And then down here, just some bobbins. They're quite big ones, you know, just make things simpler to get in when you're all geared up and you got to get it on the paddock stand. And yeah, here's a closer look at the exhaust. So yeah, got the nice bracket there. There's a Dominator, and then there's room for a baffle. This fits, you know, really snug, really on there. But yeah, the flange doesn't look all that great. So hopefully, maybe taking this bit off if where is it? If this little cover, so I take this plate out of the cover, and then it'll go on like that, but without that bit on the inside. It should, you know, instead of sitting there, it should, you know, lose this gap and sit snug to it. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Last thing to do is the rear set. So this could either be easy like the rest of the stuff, or it could be an absolute nightmare. I've got a feeling it'll be a nightmare, but yeah, I'll crack on and see how we go. Okay, that is the rear sets on. I've got my little DJI camera to give you a closer look. Obviously, they are black. They've got this little heel plate, and then, yeah, they've got a little grippy bit as well. All fitted nicely. I will have to relocate this reservoir, put it on a different bracket, or figure something out, as it was a bit far away and it was stretching the hose for the heel plate bit. But yeah, other than that, all good. Side, you probably can't see, but I'm gonna have to find a way to put it in GPU shift. It won't go in at the moment with the setup that's on there. I'm gonna look on some forums, see what they say. But yeah, sitting on the bike, the pegs feel really nice. I'm looking forward to using these. And the whole setup, you know, how leant over I am, how high up my feet are, feels very similar to the 2016 ZX10 I've got. And basically these grips, levers, this whole setup is exactly how I'd have it on the ZX10. So it feels very familiar. The footrest feel similar as well. Might raise them up a bit if I want to match it a little bit more. They're a bit more aggressive on the 10, but, you know, we're really not far off here. And here's a little cockpit view, you know, really nice. Very happy with this setup. We got the filler cap as well on quick release, so yeah, which is good because this key is quite stiff, so saves me switching it about. But yeah, happy with the setup. Lots of little bits left to do, but yeah, we're really not that far off. So things left to do. Well, I've got to find some plastic to go underneath for a little makeshift under tray. Got to try sort out this messy flange here for the exhaust. Got to clean up and put the rear hugger back on. Doesn't need painting. It's like a gloss black pyramid plastics one, so that should be fine to go back on. Then possibly paint the tank or find a black tank. Not sure which is going to be the better option, because this does have to be really hard paint. I feel like I'm going to make a mess of it, you know, being lent on it all the time, with, you know, my leathers, you know, the zips, that stuff. It's not going to be as hard, so, you know, maybe I get an existing black one that's a little bit harder wearing than this paint will ever be. Got to put on the little brace here, because this does, you know, flap about a little bit. That needs some mirror blanks. Got those, they fit. It just needs some little bits cutting off. Got to paint the front mud guard. Gonna do that black like the rest, you know, it'll be with the black and white color scheme. Got to put on the air filter, the gear indicator, and buy and fit a quick shifter. Gonna try put it in GP as well. Then powder coat the wheels, new bearings in the wheels, and then get tyres on, and then we're done basically. So yeah, not too much stuff. Enough to keep me busy though. But that's going to be it from me on this episode. You won't see this bike again until that is all done, essentially, and I'll do like a road ride when it's got an MOT, that kind of stuff. And then yeah, you'll see it being used on the track, doing what it's made for. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff helps out a ton. And yeah, see you in the next one.